So the game is starting. Let's see how long it takes for the hamsters to load, but in Antarctica, it's penguins. Astro Penguin will have a distinct advantage since his own kind are working for slave labor for him. So,
Is this a new map?
yes, it is actually. Polar Night LE. It's a new ladder map. I absolutely hate it because I cannot do an 888 Reaper Rush properly because there are no suitable cliff edges. So we will be starting up this game. Who do you want to introduce?
I don't think there was auto mine either.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's bullshit. I will introduce Nick. So spawning in the top left, we have the warrior Nick.
Nick's a warrior?
Yeah, he's kicking ass.
He looked more like a mage to me. I don't know. And spotting in bottom right position, trying to begin the takeover of the world using Seraphic Gaming as his cover. It is the one, the only Astro Penguin. He has come from space all the way to the magical land of South Korea to play StarCraft on the North American server. So, quite an interesting choice.
Alright, so Troll, you're a Terran player, and Terrans usually are bitching about the Protoss. I want to hear what you got to say.
So, Protoss make Zealot, and then he make Colossus, and then High Templar, and make Stuka, and then he wins. So it'll be up to him to get to that, composition of Colossus, High Templar, Stuka, and then win the game. So the Terran player just basically has to kill the Protoss before he gets on 3 bases, and he wins. Simple as that. As long as the Protoss doesn't do a variety of 12, 13, 14 different all-ins, which could instantly kill him. Yeah. And Terran player can't do any all-ins of his own, so it's cool. It's cool.
I knew I asked you for a reason, so I could get a good laugh.
The truth. Don't laugh at the truth. You can't handle the truth. Alright, so it does look fairly standard. Protoss player getting gas, Terran player getting gas, so Terran player will probably be opening up with that, Reaper, so we can just scout the Protoss entirely. Always a good choice. Hopefully he doesn't do the straight reactor, because I have seen Terran players who have lost doing that due to the fact that they don't have enough Marines out, because they build a double Reaper after it. So, hoping that doesn't happen.
Looks like he took one off the gas also, so he's not doing too gas heavy of a build.
Yeah. Excellent choice from a Terran player. Trying to get that early expansion. So I'm just going to look at this map a little bit because, as you said, it's new to the pool. So coming down from the main, we've got itty-bitty tiny ramp into a big open natural, which would take about 8 supply depots to fill up. So that's nice. It is entirely cliff faces. It really reminds me of Desert Oasis in a way. There is a back ice barrier. It's not rocks, mind you. It's ice. David Kim really getting creative lately, and Command Center and Reactor going down for our Terran player, by the way, with a quick Nexus from our Protoss player. Wow, that's an early Nexus. Holy crap. Anyways, as I was saying, these ice break into more ice, which leads to an expansion, which leads to ice-covered foliage, which leads to an expansion. 2 watchtowers are in the middle, and there's a kind of a research facility in the middle. I like that. Horrible, horrible things happen in that lab, which the world may never know. In Polar Night Laboratory lies the weirdest things you've ever seen.
Well, it looks like the Reaper gets a scout on the early Nexus, so he knows the timing.
Actually did get a probe kill as well, so that's pretty nice. Reaper will be injecting those combat drugs into him, putting band-aids all over his body, instantly healing. I love that. Glorious, glorious Reapers. So it's going to be up to our Terran player to see what he does in response to this super early Nexus, because as a Terran, you really want to be ahead on your expansion timing versus a Protoss. You never want to be on exactly equal expansions, if you understand my meaning. You always want to be about 50 seconds to 5 minutes ahead. I mean, that's only reasonable to get an economic lead, which you absolutely need. I mean, come on. Robotics facility on the way for our Protoss player, along with the +1 infantry attack coming out for our Terran player. And another barrack. So our Terran player only just now getting that second barrack, so he doesn't have all that many units. And this Reaper is getting more kills. It is up to 2 kills, and can he make it? He makes it with 6 HP! That is a hero Reaper. Pony, keep an eye on that Reaper. He will do magnificent things to come. He is the star, protagonist, if you would, of this anime. So, not really too much to say right now. Protoss player getting his own upgrades. Terran player getting that 3rd barracks. Yeah, it's a pretty standard game right now. And yes, there's ice there. Thank you, Pink.
So yeah, we need to find this person. Who is that?
Who's pinging? Tell me who's pinging.
Oh, Reaper goes down.
The Batman. The Reaper died?
Reaper died.
No! Oh, God. Oh.
Alright, well, our Protoss has 33 workers to 29. He's been investing pretty heavily with his Chrono Boost into his Nexus.
Not as heavily as he could, in my opinion. With those two mules, Terran player is actually a bit ahead on the income tab, I want to say. With a third base coming up at the 7-minute mark, Terran player awfully greedy. Protoss player could throw down 5 gateways right now and instantly kill you. And there's an observer coming into your base, so he'll know what's up. Protoss player actually is going for the robotic space, so that's a good choice too. I mean, factory is on the way, so Terran player should be able to get out 2 medevacs before he has to go immediately into Vikings or die. So that's pretty fair.
Looks like we got a small Marine force moving across the map, which is going to do nothing, I'm guessing.
Pony, they are elite soldiers. They are trained and bred for war. They are convicts.
Reform.
And actually does get the core. Holy crap, that's a good pick. But stalkers are pretty cool too. Turn and fight, you cowards! And they do. And they get... Get it. That actually gets 2 stalkers. Yeah, totally worth it. Mothership core, 2 stalkers.
200 gas for no gas? That's a good trade.
Oh yeah, PP. You see, traveling from Antarctica to South Korea and then playing on the North American server causes an awful lot of lag. Either that or the penguins working on his computer are starting to rebel. Civil war is erupting. They do not believe in the holy Emperor Penguin, who has deemed the world for all of penguin kind. They are heretics. They must be burned at the stake. And, fire is pretty difficult to find in Antarctica. Maybe not in South Korea, though. You can find fire in South Korea, right?
I don't have a good answer for you there.
Okay. Oh, wow. Real quick, Astro Penguin does have 2 observers just chilling. So he's actually
3 total, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really awful. Colossus is on the way. +1 armor is on the way for our Protoss player. Extended thermal lance. Never want to forget the extra shooty, fari, laser beamy thingy for the Colossus. They're very important. 3rd CC almost done for our Terran player. No 3rd Nexus yet for our Protoss player, so he will be awfully behind in the economy. That's exactly what the turn was. Starport done for our Terran player is going to swap that onto the reactor. Still don't understand how he made 2 Marines from that tech lab last game. That was really weird, but anyhow. 4 more gateways going down for our Protoss player, so he will be on a total of 5 gateways, which is pretty good at this point in the game. He does, however, really need a 3rd base unless he's planning to do an all-in, but he kind of lost a ton of units early on, so he really can't do an all-in, so...
To interrupt you, since he added those 4 gates, this is definitely an all-in. If he was going to expand, he would not have done that.
Yeah, I mean, he's floating 400 minerals, he has a probe going out, so...
Yeah, this is really odd if he's going to expand after making that many gateways. That's silly.
Well, Protoss are silly that way, so bam, shots fired. I don't even know where that meme came from, but bam, shots fired. Combat shield just now starting for our Terran player, because 11-minute mark, excuse me, is good timing for, combat shield. Actually, it has been started since the 10-minute mark, so that's pretty awful too, but whatever. Terran player is lifting off his own 3rd base to go land at the destructible rocks, which, ice, whatever. David Kim, you're not hiding anything. Please don't blame me for that, David Kim. I love you. So +1 ground attack coming out for our Protoss player. +1 armor almost done for our Terran player. Didn't I already say that? Just there's really not too much to say right now. Both players are just really macroing hard.
It looks like the Protoss is choosing to long distance mine too. I'm not sure if it's better to do that or to keep his natural saturated. It was really oversaturated.
Well, how much is the saturation right now?
15 now. It was at 24. I'm just curious if it's better to do what he's doing now or just keep the probes at the natural.
It's better to keep them at the natural, but one moment.
It all depends on how far it is and whatnot too, so we can't really make that judgment.
Okay. Blink is on the way for our Protoss player, and I need a big drink of water because I'm actually eating right now.
We have a drop coming in Looks like the toss spotted it though early. He's ready, waiting for it. Nick pulls back.
Okay, excellent. So +2 armor on the way for our Protoss player. Protoss player is actually on 2 Forge, so he really should start to get an upgrade advantage if he does Chrono Boost it. But our Protoss player moves out of position for but a moment. But there is a planetary nexus, and he does lose a medevac, so this was not cost effective, I think. But he kills the mothership core, so that was absolutely cost effective, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. He killed a couple stalkers, I believe, and a mothership core, so it was a pretty even trade.
Ooh, what I really want to point out is that our Protoss player has 4 Colossi. 4 Colossi against 1 Viking. He is the lone Viking. He is, you know, that guy from the arcade game. You know that guy, right? Right, Pony?
You're going to have to elaborate a little more on that one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if you're playing the campaign, you played the campaign, right? The first one?
I played Wings, yeah.
Okay, good.
I didn't play this one.
When you go to the bar, there's a arcade game you can play called The Lost Viking, in which you play as a Lost Viking, who's a complete boss and kills Terratron. That's right, the Terran Transformer. I'm not talking about the Hellbat. I'm talking about the real Terran Transformer. Also, Hellbats are biological. Still don't understand that. Our Terran player is on 2 reactor starports, so he should be getting a good Viking count out now, but there are, again, 5 Colossi. Yeah, a lot of Colossi. Now, there is a drop over near the 3rd. Yeah, near the 3rd, but over by it. That does snipe a pylon hidden on the left, and there's a ping! There's a pylon there, and 4 zealots standing men at 4 zealots. There's not 3 zealots. There are 4 zealots. They are dancing. They are moving. There's a probe with them. The pings are they're amazing. I have never seen this guy's out of Beezy, Pony. This ping guy, he's out of Beezy, man.
Oh, we would be lost if we didn't have these pings to help us out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Now
I really like the Protoss's map vision. He's really got it well.
It's not that well, considering 2 full medevacs are about to go into his main, and he has no idea it's about to happen, so...
Well, they did just run by an observer, so that will be his problem.
Now, he's going to snipe the cybernetics core. Oh, what?
That,
David.
once they engage, these bosses are going to fall so fast to these Vikings, because he doesn't have enough stalkers.
Yeah, he has no anti-air, and now we have a drop coming to the 3rd, so there's going to be a lot of damage put here.
But Orphans, and it's K. But a lot of damage, you're right, has been done in the main, because Colossi can't move through here, apparently. They're dancing, but... oh, look at this. The 2 Colossi were dancing right there. Now, he does have a ton of High Templars, so what he can do here is storm the Vikings and let the Colossi kill the rest, or vice versa, and let the... Well, not really. Can Colossi point up? I don't think they can point up. So,
he's giving away his 4 Templars for free at the natural.
Yeah, but Vikings for free too, so that's cool. But he needs to storm. He needs to storm the Vikings. He needs to storm the Vikings.
Well, he kind of gave those away for free. He had 4 full High Templars that he gave away for free.
Bad engagements from both players, but I think our Protoss player, although he's going to lose the natural, he's going to hold this off, I think. He does have a ton of money in the bank, and Astro Penguin, what the... Come on, give me something here. No curse words, however. Come on, go.
You talking to me? I was reading the chat.
But of course I'm talking to you. Who else am I talking to? Are you talking to me?
Fans. You have a bunch of fans.
I have fans? I have a fan right here. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, that's a fan.
That's a fan.
I just thought it was a hurricane in the background.
Rock you like a hurricane. So our Terran player has been repelled, even though he's up by about 80 supply. This is absolutely fine for a Protoss player. As long as he has any AoE whatsoever, he is absolutely, totally fine. Just needs a couple force fields to make your army invalid. So our Protoss player is pretty fine right now, but a good idea from our Terran player is to drop. Now, our Protoss player needs to split off quite a few units to deal with this, but good Stalker attack. Gonna pick off a couple Vikings for free here. And does he get a 3rd? Okay, he traded 5 Stalkers for 2 Vikings, so that's not the best trade he could have done. But he's going to wipe out the entire Terran army on the low ground. That's pretty good. But there's a drop.
Baited that army back.